プレゼンいくぞ。
はい、こちらが比較した結果です。2010年、あ、失礼。
かっけー。
癖になる戦い。コールオブデューティーモバイル。
We gathered from all around Malaysia. This is Jom COD M. Over 70 players showed up to immerse themselves in a day jam-packed with activities. Exclusive merchandises and prizes were given out to players throughout the day, and players also had the opportunity to interact with the Garena team. Of course, we had to give everyone a chance to show off their 6 skills and battle it out for some COD points too. The energy was truly explosive, and we hope you, the COD community, enjoyed your time at Jom COD.
Mission live or die, watch a bullet flying by, go and play your life. Enemies are running left, right, press fight. I'm gonna show you how it's and you better sit tight. One down, 3 coming back at ya. Thinking that we're done, but I'm tougher than an armor. Dealing some damage, we hit it. Out of sight, out of mind, yeah, you know that I can win it. We're stealing the show, you're down on the floor. Came in for action, still wanting some more. Destined for war, a burst of score. When we're beginning, it's thrilling. We're gonna win it now, win it now. Watch us and we show you how. Arms around, getting loud, not too late to turn around. Running, running, gunning, gunning. Ready? 'Cause we want it all. No fear in our eyes. We will win it all. Glory is the prize. We are in the zone. Bullets to the bone. We want it all. So what is summer? Destined for war. All versus 4. When we begin, it gets real. We're gonna win it now, win it now. Watch us and we'll show you how. Bounce around, getting loud. Not too late to turn around. Running, running, gunning, gunning. Ready? 'Cause we want it all. No fear in our eyes. We will win it all. Glory is the prize. We are in the zone. Put us to the bone. We want it all. Legacy and soul. We are in the zone.
Treachery, betrayal is disgraceful. But to blindly follow, that's a recipe for true evil.
In the end, trust only paved the way for betrayal. Blood can only be repaid in blood. Turn hatred into bullets. Strike fear in the enemy. Become death.
プレゼン行くぞ。
はい、こちらが比較した結果です。2010年、あ、失礼。
かっけー。
癖になる戦い。コールオブデューティーモバイル。
We gathered from all around Malaysia. This is COD N. Over 70 players showed up to immerse themselves in a day jam-packed with activities. Exclusive merchandises and prizes were given out to players throughout the day, and players also had the opportunity to interact with the arena team.
Hello, chat. Okay, we are doing a watch party, chat. Let's go back to the watch party.
Have the opportunity to interact explosive, and we hope you, the COD community, enjoyed your time at
Okay, we are good to go, chat. We are live. Chat, let me know if the quality is good, audio is good. Just let me know, chat. Okay, we are waiting for the stream to start. Okay, the stream is starting. Let's go, chat. Let's go. GG's on that. Why isn't it starting yet? It should start by now.
Mission live or die, watch a bullet flying by, go and play your life. Enemies are running left, right, press fight. I'm gonna show you how it's and you better sit tight. One down, three coming back at ya. Thinking that we're done, but I'm tougher than an armor. Dealing some damage, we hit it. Out of sight, out of mind, yeah, you know that I can win it. We're stealing the show, down the floor. Gaming for
Why isn't
actions,
it
the
starting,
one and
chat?
some more. Destined for war, all versus small. When we're beginning, it's thrilling. We're gonna win it now, win it now. Watch us till we show you how. Arms around, getting loud, not too late to turn around. Running, gunning, gunning, gunning. 'Cause we want it all. No fear in our eyes. We will win it all. Glory is the prize. We are in the zone. you can do is run. My dogs out looking for you town to town. I know where you are.
Okay, the stream is live, chat. Let's go. Stream is live. Finally. Finally, the stream is live. We will watch it.
Check test. Check, guys. Do you hear me? I cannot hear. Okay. Oh, I think we're live. Hi, everyone. Apologies, we are having some technical difficulties from my end, but we are all good. Welcome, of course, to the Call of Duty Mobile 2024 Summer Invitational Group Stage, Day 4. It is, of course, the final day of the group stage. I am going solo for now, but, of course, it is still the last day for all the teams to get back into action, and so far, this is our current standing for both Group A and Group B, with Extract leading for Group A. Meanwhile, of course, the Emperor with his team leads up Group B. Vitality and STE just inches away. Same thing with Wolves and SPG. However, it has been difficult for DVS and Kagendra to get into that final spot. But of course, they still have an opportunity to topple down Elevate and Godlike if they can pull it off for today. It has been insane, just like probably what's happening as the start of this afternoon's event, but nevertheless, it was also unbelievable as we had probably one of the most shocking moments in Call of Duty CDSI history yesterday, but nevertheless, this is still the last day for anything to change for basically any of these teams. As we of course look at our schedule for this afternoon, we're going to start off with SPG versus Elevate for our game number 1. And of course, for SPG, fortunately, they lost all matches against Q9, won SND, and Control against DVS. Meanwhile, on the side of Elevate, they basically made a very bad decision in choosing Tunisia and APOC for their hardpoint and S&D matches against Q9. They did win Control, and unfortunately, they also got really beat down hard on that matchup. But, it is what it is. They have the opportunity to change things around, probably for today, but of course, this is their last opportunity to at least secure themselves, especially for SPG, as it's not really, it's a hit and miss here and there, but nevertheless, hopefully things really go well for them and that they completely secure their slot for the group stage. All right, so we are just waiting for things to come in. And as mentioned, first matchup here for this afternoon will be SPG, of course. Bushing, Sumiwan, Nan, Carl, and Bird will be the one leading for SPG. They actually did a great performance yesterday, especially Carl. Comeback Carl, as Callie actually called this guy during day 2, when they had an amazing and insane S&D matchup, and hopefully they can bring the game one more time. However, the Red Rebellion was quelled yesterday by Q9. Hopefully, Yopi, PJ, Kendi, Susano, and KL gets their work cut out for them, and hopefully, they do something better for today, and make sure that at least probably push themselves to at least top 3 for the group stage. There's still a chance that DVS can pull something off from their bag, but it's best for you guys to make sure that you have this right in the bag, as we are of course very critical with this one. And in just a few minutes, we're going to start off with our map bans and picks for SPG against Elevate for one thing is for sure, yeah, it is, well, it's a good thing for Elevate that
Okay,
we are
Apocalypse is
not
banned.
going to be doing Apocalypse for sure. We are also out in
Okay.
Hackney Yard, as well as Hacienda is also out for the
Hacienda,
picking.
Hackney
So
Yard, and
SPG right
Apocalypse
there
is
for
banned.
Elevate. They are definitely taking off standoff, which
Okay, that is
means
standoff.
we are headed for
Standoff and Tunisia.
Everything
Yeah,
is
Tunisia.
kind of failing me right now as
Okay,
I'm all
this is
full solo,
Terminal.
but nevertheless,
Terminal is
Tunisia
also
is
banned.
out, Express is out for S&D,
Okay, no, that's Express, not
and
Terminal.
of course even Takeoff will be gone.
Okay,
So
Takeoff is also banned.
we are more, and
Ah,
even Kurohana
Kurhana
is out.
something.
That would mean we most probably end up in someplace else.
Okay, Raid
Raid
is also
and
banned.
of course most likely Arsenal will be banned for Control here. No, Seaside will be banned.
Okay,
So definitely
Seaside.
Arsenal
Okay, nice.
is where we are headed
Good ones,
for
good ones.
Control
Good bans.
today. It's kind of hard to go in full solo for this one, but nevertheless, we do our best. You're stuck with me throughout the day for this. I'm not sure if you can actually hear me, guys. Hear me?
What happened?
Hey, I'm trying my best to just a couple of things off right now here. So I just want to make sure that everyone can actually hear me with today's broadcast. But okay, cool. It's kind of hard because I'm not seeing myself as well for the visuals, but we're trying our best to just do things here. Unfortunately, my co-casters had a bit of a critical emergency that they need to abandon ship, so to speak. But it is what it is. We're okay. We're good. You're gonna be stuck with me throughout the day, I guess. Not unless some hopeful soul will join us for this broadcast as we do our day 4. But that's alright. We are headed.
Okay,
there you
just
go.
a second, chat.
Summit.
Let
My
me
apologies.
put
Kind of forgot about
my
Summit. I mean, this
earphones.
is an insane map that
Probably that
Elevate
will
has some hit.
kind of
So
reduce the
SPG,
noise.
although they've been hit and miss when it comes to
Let me
hard
try
point,
to stream one.
it's not really their main game for sure. They've had some good moments here and there, but SPG needs to really step up here and make sure that they control Elevate here as we start off with our first hill already here at Summit for Hardpoint. SPG again against Elevate. The Red Rebellion is still good, but so far Elevate taking full control here, but a bit of contention with SPG, but not yet enough. Nan trying to control second floor here, which will be definitely critical, but Yopi finds one right there with the KRM, and it's still almost all Elevate throughout this first 30 seconds already for the hill, and it's still gonna be good for them. I mean, barely any contention on the side of SPG. They're trying to take this one, finally manages to do so, but of course it's still gonna be the first 30 seconds of the match right now. It's still gonna be fine. I mean, they could still have an opportunity to take this on second hill or third, but here's the thing with Elevate, they will always have that clutch power, and if push comes to shove, when those KRMs and those SGs land where they need to land, it is just absolutely intense. Nan definitely has some good ideas here, trying to control already hill number 2 here, but of course Elevate will definitely want to take over at least the second floor right there and trying to make sure to lock this one in once it goes live. And there they go. Carl, come back, Carl. Hopefully he steps up right now, but unfortunately gets taken out once again with Yopi. Yopi landing insane numbers right now. Alright, there we go. We're sitting numbers with Yopi at 7 frags already. PJ does have to go. Just a bit of surprise here from PJ. Unfortunately, he takes one but gets traded out immediately. Susano did not really have a good performance yesterday. Hopefully this time he's able to wake up, and this he did with the claw, firing away from right, all cylinders there. And now comeback Carl trying to clear the path here with a double, but unfortunately taken out at the back right there. Nan again with a backstab. It is just basically Nan and comeback Carl trying to go for the push here. 63-20 is our score, but it's alright for SPG. They still have an opportunity to take this if Elevate bails out on hill number 3, or at least their SPG is able to take hill 3 as their money hill. If not, this is going to be an interesting setup for them. Now, of course, a few of the scrap points coming into SPG there, but again, Kilo and the rest of the team from Elevate, the Red Rebellion is there. Candy welcoming everyone already with that war machine. He's just finding where to bomb that right there, popping it right in the entrance of Dummy A. And PJ burning everyone straight right there for the purifier. No weird scheme for this one. It's just all flames right there for Elevate. This is
3-4.
Alright. We're just absolutely insane right now. Trying absolutely up those best to do what we have with here and going solo for this afternoon here, as of course Gushing finally taking charge, but of course PJ welcoming them back here. Comeback Carl trying to take this over right now with SPG still trailing by as much as 80 points, but of course as they're now down to the last scrap points here, Elevate already has their eyes set on the next hill. So far SPG still
kind of bad. I don't know why. Let's see if the quality will improve.
Definitely we need to get some things checked here from my end, but hopefully it's just a matter of configurations. But I hope you're still doing your utmost best and enjoying the match right now, as definitely Elevate is just doing everything they can right now to make the lead as big as possible, with SPG still trailing from behind there. 130-37 is our score, 100-point advantage for the Red Rebellion. And now finally Gushing trying to lock this one in, trying to make sure that they have this hill for themselves, and hopefully this one is all good. But PJ has plans otherwise, but no, the takeover is still not good. 130-55 is our score so far. This hill has become their good one, but PJ has already taken out some of the members of SPG with that KRM, just landing everything perfectly. The reset is here, and now of course SPG trying to use the control room there as their money hill, and hopefully this one is their good to go. But no, Yopi just landing there, all shots perfectly now. Comeback card trying to go for the double and manages to do so, trying to take this one over and hopefully push them to 100-point mark. But PJ trying to do something else, but needs comeback call right there. None with the Sparrow clearing out house right now and manages to do so. 39 more seconds to go. They definitely have all opportunities to push this to at least a 90-point for SPG, as Elevate kind of struggling right now to take over Hill 1 one more time, while this time they probably have eyes set on Hill 2 already, as we're down to the final 20. None welcoming still the members of Elevate here, but the contention is still be there for Elevate. Scrap points definitely coming for the Red Rebellion. SPG still has no eyes yet on the side of the second hill, but that's okay. They still have the opportunity to push this one, but of course the boys from the arena definitely wants this one locked in. Susano doing absolutely better for this afternoon, as he already got 25. He is definitely awake and alive here, and PJ welcomes them with a purifier. Pushing, trying to come back, but unfortunately taken out as well. Candy dropping the war machine there, but no good. PJ trying to lock this one and burn it all as well, but no, taken out. But still, 163-95 is our score. Carl is trying to go in for the hardcore takeover there. Manages to lock this one in, but definitely needs further assistance as PJ gets one, gets two right there. But nope, the trade is there. 166-102 is still our score with the final 20. Most likely going this time to SPG, as we're seeing some rotation already for Elevate towards P3. But now, for SPG, it's still a long-range gunfight here. It's still a long fight. They're trying to just make sure that they have all the scrap points there, because the lead is about a 50-point advantage, basically a 2-hill advantage from the side of Elevate. And now, Carl here, welcoming them with a nade already, trying to make sure that they have a clear path inside and Gushing, trying to go in there, but unfortunately taken out as well. Nan spots one right there, makes it a double, makes it a triple, I believe. And now there is still about anybody's ball game here for the side of this hill, but Susano trying to redeem himself today. Even Yopi with the Sparrow clearing house one more time. They're gonna make coming in definitely their house. 181, 132 the score, but pushing from the backstab. Connects right there. Bird with the gravity vortex, lining up the shots perfectly, but taken
Oh,
out
nice.
again.
That was a good gravity vortex.
Hill is wide open for the taking. Come back, Carl again here for the takeover. All alone here, welcoming Elevate as they try to enter here straight up. But of course, the 3-man team
Oh,
will
triple.
not happen there. The triple is
Nice.
good, but it's still
That was a
not yet
good
enough.
Odin shots, man.
183,
Triple with the Odin.
153
That's
is our
crazy.
current score. P4 is going to be live in just a second as, of course, Elevate is stacking up already on that hill. Kendi finding the shots, landing the double right there, and PJ with again that KRM landing shots perfectly, and the rest of the boys from Garena just lining up everyone in
I mean,
and
I
trying their
wonder
best to
that.
just make
Did they
sure that
use
this
the
one is
pre-input
all theirs. They
for
want to
the
push this to
bolt
at
action
least 230
settings?
already, and that's probably
they
the
use
goal
that?
for Elevate here for SPG.
Because
They need to take
kind
this
of
over
shots they
immediately.
use with the
A bit of
KRM
Carl
or
there
the
with the War Machine. He
mini
tries to
shotgun
do
or
it
this
on his
War Machine
own,
is kind of
but still
precise.
not enough. 208,
Is it the practice
157.
or the
About a
pre-input?
40-point advantage here for
I think
Elevate.
it's the practice. I don't
This
think
is
so
gonna
they
be a
use the
difficult
pre-input.
takeover for SPG. They're still trying to do their best,
I
but
wonder
Kilo
if they use the
trying to
pre-input
control that
thing or
spot
not.
already. It is still at this point uncontested. The Predator missile trying to find a target. Unfortunately, lands barely on anyone right now. As
What was he
Elevate
doing?
is only 30 points,
was the
20
base
points
of
away
equalizer.
from the finish here. SPG is still stuck at 159. They might probably get the scrap points, but it's just about 2
That was
seconds
close,
there.
bro.
Not really a good situation, but Yopi still punishing
But
this
nice
guys
DRM.
here, as of course the reset is here. Nan and Gushing trying to go in
Elevate
and
is
lock
going
this one
crazy.
for themselves. Comeback
They're
Carl
not letting
welcoming
SPG
all
take
of
even a
Elevate
single
here,
point.
trying to make sure that they have this in the bag. 50 seconds
Like, once
is
they
all
hold
they
the
need
point,
to make sure
they are
that
not
this match
letting SPG
is as
to
close
take
as
a
it can be.
single
Kendi has other
That's
plans.
actually
Same thing
crazy.
with Kilo, riding the Sunblade with that BP50, landing the shots right there. Almost at ooh, just welcoming.
Whoa.
Again, PJ with that KRM. Yopi again with the Sparrow, finding the targets,
Crazy,
trying to
man.
make sure anyone else who try to come in is dealt with immediately. Popping out of nowhere there, definitely is PJ, and it is
They took
over.
time. Elevate took it.
250, 176.
GG's on
All
that,
in
man.
favor
Elevate took it.
of the Red Rebellion.
That's crazy, bro.
That is an
Elevate took it.
absolutely insane matchup here for this round number 1. Our hardpoint matchup against, of course, SPG. Elevate definitely doing their best right now for that game. It is all, basically, that entire match is all Elevate from beginning to the end. There were some moments that SPG managed to secure a hill, but of course, it was just one against all the hills that came out live here,
What
and
is
it was
this
all
blank
Elevate
screen?
throughout. There was some solid contention, especially from Comeback
Oh,
Carl,
I think his webcam
but
is
it
not
was
working.
still not yet enough
Yeah,
to secure the victory for
I think his
SPG.
webcam is not
Fortunately,
working. The
they
caster's
dropped one
webcam is
here.
not working.
Elevate gets one up already on them. This
Poor
time
guy.
we head out to search and
Like, we are
destroy,
seeing the blank
which is going to be a
screen
bit difficult for
and the
them.
commentary.
I mean, although Elevate had definitely some bad experience against Q9 yesterday, this is still a game that they can handle for sure. Now for SPG, also they won against DVS, but if you're gonna check the stats again, DVS was actually one of the lowest teams from their group. So it is, it's DVS. We're not really discounting the Japanese team, but winning against them at this point and how they're performing so far is not as stellar as we want it to be. But nevertheless, we're gonna check out some highlights here from our first match. Definitely a good start here for Elevate, something that they were not able to do yesterday against Q9. It was such an insane matchup with Apocalypse. A better map control here definitely for the Red Rebellion at Summit.
That was some good shots.
But now, of
and
course,
shots over there,
they
man.
should definitely have their eyes set on S&D to make sure this is a 2-0 at least
Yeah,
for
obviously go
their
crazy.
end. And what I definitely love
Because
about the Elevate
their
performance
career
today
and the
is
money on the
EJ
line.
and Susano. Susano in particular, who was not really working throughout that match against Q9 yesterday. We were kind of joking out with Kari that probably Susano was sleeping, but now he's definitely wide awake, dropping as much as 30 frags, almost about nearing 40 for this man right here. But of course, it is Comeback Carl
Wait, I
on the
think
side of
it's not Cali,
SPG.
it's
He
JD,
never gave
the
up.
other
Same thing with
caster.
Nan. These two were definitely
it's JD,
performing
I
at their
don't know.
utmost
Not
best,
sure
but unfortunately the
because there's no
control
webcam or something.
and prowess from Elevate was just too much right there. They were just doing their best to make sure that everything was working for them. Right, so we're just trying to get things to work from our side here.
What the hell was that? Who were there? Dude, what the hell was that? He's bashing the keyboard, dude. Damn. He's literally bashing the keyboard.
Check. I hope everyone can hear me again. Hopefully this time is all good. Yeah, we were having some technical difficulties from my end. I just need to switch out my microphone. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I was using insane setups here from my end. My apologies, everyone. I hope you are all good and patient with me as I am, for now, riding solo because I don't have my partners with me for today. But that's okay. I hope you will be patient with me as we try to work things out here at our day 4 for the group stage here at CDSI. But for now, it's a 250, 176, all in the advantage of Elevate with that 186, 164
we can make that out, but
kill count there,
it's not
72 versus 75 the side of SPG. But of course, we're just waiting for the player stats, and for sure, it was all PJ.
This is a watch party.
Definitely leading the charge there with 44 frags, 1.33 KD, and 1.28 rating on the other side
of
SPG.
Going on in the
it was definitely
server.
Come back hard with that 1.16 KD rating and a rating for 123. Unfortunately, the full efforts of SPG was just not enough to handle everything from there. And meanwhile, on the side of Elevate, everyone was definitely contributing. Although Kendi is still not stepping up solid, so to speak, compared to the rest of the squad, but that's okay.
It's
but
the live
Susano
stream,
there finally, working something up within
I
himself.
am not playing.
And now
It's there.
really
Watch
registering
party.
good numbers.
You can see that
for
on
this
screen.
game. Hopefully, we get to
says
see
watch
more
party.
of that for game number 2. Of course, our SND.
Dude, it's in the title.
And of course, checking in the
watch
cheat
party.
sheets here. SND will be headed out to something else. But meanwhile, of course, it's Elevate PJ with our MVP, 44 kills right there, 1.28. And number 4 on his MVP count right there. Congratulations to the band. PJ is just absolutely a good investment for this team and Elevate right now. You're not seeing anything weird. It is me with a voice. I have not changed just yet. I am just trying to go get by with the situations that we have right now as we're trying to work our way here against all the technical issues we initially encountered. But I think everything is good. I know you can still not see me for now, but that's okay. We are of course headed to firing range for SND, a map that we all know Elevate also understands well, but we cannot discount SPG at this point. They did win that SND against DVS. Unfortunately, when it comes to Q9, which Elevate actually fought with, SPG lost that one as well.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just love watching pros play.
Okay.
It's so much
now
entertaining.
The question is for SPG can they come back for this one? Can they handle things perfectly? Are they able to make things work for them? Because if not, it's gonna be a bit difficult to find a good comeback for this team as they're trying their best to
majority of them
lock
are
this
kind of
one
good.
out
good.
already. For now, everything is just working
you can
for Elevate as they're now in the standstill. No takeovers.
Nice wall bang, nice wall bang.
For both sides. And Bird finds one already, and that is Yopi. That's gonna put them in a significant advantage immediately. Attacker side is on the SPG. They have the opportunity
MG42 was taken out like in a jiffy.
Alpha might be a difficult situation, and Bravo is still not up for the taking here. As Bird spots one right there. That's second on man right there. But of course, Bird probably wants to go uphill and try to take it over. 5v3 situation, still in favor of SPG. Working well so far. Gushing now has opportunity for the plant at Alpha, while the rest of Elevate rushing in here. They're not really moving too close right off at Alpha while PJ just sitting there. Kendi just trying to probably spot Gushing, but Gushing spots him first. The takedown is good. It is now down to PJ and Kilo to take this one for a takeover.
Nice
But no!
shot.
Carl
That was
right
so
there
awesome.
finds it. Gushing finds the last one. First
That was
kill.
a good kill for
And first
Elevate.
point comes in.
Wait,
to
that was not
SPG.
Elevate. Oh, that was
So that was a
SPG.
weird
Oh, my bad.
movement on the side
My
of
bad.
Elevate. Positioning
That
wise,
was
it
a
was kind of
good kill
good. But of
from
course, for
Bird.
SPG, definitely they understand the situation.
Bird played
Well,
really good.
how they need to win this one for sure.
Like that quick scope
This
was
is still one of the
crazy.
strong points for Elevate here. This firing range, especially with Kendi and the
Okay,
team
that
here.
was
Susano still
some
carrying
blank
that
shots.
sniper here. So hopefully they get this one back out. But SPG definitely has a smarter
I mean,
play
look
here.
at the
Basically
spots
pushing
for
almost
nading,
all
dude.
through the jungle side.
The
As I said
nading
on
spots
both
are
Alpha
like
and Bravo,
crazy.
they're not rushing in. They're trying their best to just get those comms perfectly signed. Bird trying to look for the perfect person to take their first frag. Peaceful as it
Okay.
might
What
be,
the heck?
those frags will definitely
What the
help
hell is that
them
spot for
get some
nade?
info.
Where
And
does that
now
nade lead
Susano
to? Okay,
spots
nice shot,
one
nice
right
shot.
there, but it will be
Damn.
traded out by Nan. The
Nice kill,
second
nice
one
kill, nice kill.
for Nan is good.
Nan
Number
got it.
3, he is looking
That
for
was
it, but
crazy
PJ
shot, man.
will welcome one right
PJ?
there. And PJ tried to go in for the second shot,
PJ is
but the
crazy
R9
with shotgun.
landing perfectly.
PJ is
And
crazy with
now
shotgun.
Nan punishes him right there. 2v3 situation. Yopi
Whoa,
spots one
nice.
from the other side, and that is
Yopi got
Nan
it.
taken out, evening the odds. Bushi and comeback Carl now needs to face Kendi and Yopi. Must win situation definitely for
Carl
the
is
Red
here.
Rebellion. Carl
Carl
and
and
Bushi.
Bushing is
Smart move right now that they're trying to come
Oh,
together.
that
But
was a
Kendi
shot, but that did
spots
not
it.
kill him.
Trigger
It was a hit
discipline,
marker.
perhaps. Just need to make sure that this.
That was a
They're
crazy
but
save for
Gushing
Bushing.
welcomes it out there, and now it's
Bushing
all down
was
to Kendi, but there will
about to
be
die over.
no backup for him.
Cushing was about
It
to
is
die
now
over.
down
That
to a
was
2-0
a
situation.
hit marker. That's why
Elevate
he got
trailing by
saved. Otherwise, he
2.
would have been dead.
Right now, nothing is kind of working
crazy.
for the Red Rebellion, and SPG just landing everything correctly on their end.
SPG is pretty good
Case
in
in point
SNG.
here, it's
They have
2-1.
been doing
Still
that
not
since
doing
the
anything
first
yet, but that's okay. This
day.
is just round number 2. But Carr
They're
definitely
pretty good in
landing his
SNG.
shots perfectly. So far, it's been Nan and Gushing for SPG here. But on the side of Elevate, the key here definitely is get control and eye set on both Alpha and Bravo and take at least probably Gushing and Carl out. And then they'll be able to manage everything already.
nice
But
shot.
Bird spots Kendi
Bird,
from behind. It
damn
was
it.
the reversal.
That was a crazy
That was,
shot.
what I tried to mention there. The Bird finds it, and Gushing already with 4 frags. You now have
Nan is
definitely a challenge
Okay,
here
Nan
to
is
make
with
sure
the
that
Odin.
probably can put this to a 3-0 run. Nades flying in from the warehouse there. 3-man stack on the side of Alok and gets one. PJ goes down, Yopi
That was
goes
a
down as
good
well.
kill.
And now down to Susano
Was
and
that
Kilo.
Carl? Yeah, I think it was
4-man
Carl.
squad pushing Alpha. Definitely going for the plant right now. Susano
No.
Ooh,
Okay.
almost spots Carl there.
Okay, he is going to
Now
die.
they're just trying to Susano going through right there and gets
That
one.
was a
Ooh, Suwan
crazy shot.
punishes another there. That's Kilo, and now
That's
it's not Susano.
literally
It's not gonna be a good situation
crazy.
for him as SPG now has
SPG is
3-0.
going crazy on this, man.
Is this gonna be
SPG is
another
going crazy
situation
in
where
SND.
Elevate loses
That's
SND,
so
much
crazy.
like how they ended up with Q9? This is
Damn,
almost similar to how things started. I mean, this is kind of this well, but Yopi lands the
That was
ND
an awesome
frag,
need.
but Gushing also takes one there
Bird got
with
blasted.
the frag. But
Nice
now
nice ball back.
everyone trailing at each other, 2v2 situation.
Gushing
Susano
got
and
back.
Kendi
That
against
was a nice
Gushing
ball
and
back.
Suan. They're trying to make sure SPG wants his bag,
Okay.
but Susano might spot it
Oh,
from,
nice.
from behind. The backstab is good with a 1-shot, and now it will be a push.
Susano, no.
3-1.
Gah.
Find
Nice.
Susano and Kendi with only one
Unfortunate.
frag
It was okay.
will definitely
It's a 1v1.
needs to ace
Fennec
this
and Thundra.
and win it for Elevate. He just needs to be patient here. Hopefully he
Okay,
has a
Thundra
secondary
versus
weapon that
Thundra.
he can pick.
Hmm.
At least an
Interesting.
SMG or
But
an
he also
SG
has
here.
SNG.
but one's
Fennec,
position
he has a Fennec.
is significantly good. 55 seconds on the
One.
clock. Definitely
And who is the opposite?
have access to the
Kendi.
bomb.
Okay, that's
But
Kendi and
the plant will
Suiwan.
definitely not be on the table for sure. Kendi. Going patience here. Suiwan switches to the Fennec. Might find Kendi.
I
Just
think he
not
saw
yet.
him.
Kendi spots it!
Nice
And the
shot.
takedown is good. Finally
was a good
puts one on
comeback.
the board.
That was a
But
good comeback.
SPG still with a 2-point advantage.
That was a good comeback
That was
from Kendi.
almost.
the objective. The enemy has the bomb.
Those were some good shots.
Almost an interesting setup right there, and hopefully this
What the hell are they doing?
finds
They're
their
blasting
rhythm
the A
already,
point.
as they're just down by 2. Push on
They're
Alpha is
literally
good already
blasting
for
everything
SPG.
in
It's
A.
a quick plan for their team.
Damn it.
Elevate positioning themselves
crazy.
on a 3-2 situation with
Okay,
one
Bird is
mid.
holding that point.
3-1
Odin.
rather, going almost like everyone
If anybody
coming in
crosses that,
on
they are
mid
dead.
side. Susano
100%.
definitely has opportunity to take out Bird if he goes for the wall bang. Bird is just waiting right there.
Okay.
Patient,
He did not
quiet.
hear that.
Kendi,
Ooh,
spots
nice
it through
shot
the
from
box.
Kendi.
And now Bird spots
Nice.
one from behind. Gushing punishes those that are on the
SPG is
trailer.
good, man. SPG is a
Trying
good
to go
team.
in for double and a finish once
Yeah.
again. This
Good
time
team.
on the side of SPG 4-1.
4-1. Nice.
It
Good
is
one.
still not a good situation for the Red Rebellion.
The objective.
Laggy stream.
And now
I don't know, Cobra. It might be
still
some
struggling
problem
to
with
find their rhythm
Prism.
here to make sure
Yeah, because
to push this to at least a
the bitrate is
4-2
going
scenario.
crazy. There might be some problem
Bird
with the
Up
stream.
top here at Wooden.
Stream today.
Trying to spot there, probably going for a wall bang as well. Alpha is definitely stacked here with 4 members
Yeah.
of SPG coming in hot. Bravo is kind of guarded from the side
My
of
PC is
Elevate,
dead,
but
dude.
they're gonna abandon
My
their
PC
post
is dead.
already.
Bomb has been
Pushing
planted.
again for the plan.
like.
45 seconds on the clock. PJ on the trailer. He just needs to be patient and find
If I
this
use my PC to
takedown.
stream,
Not been really well here.
can't stream
Susano
more than 30
finally
minutes.
takes one there, but Bird punishes it from behind. Gushing again, takes it on the
Nice.
double. Carl with the long shot. Carl misses
Okay,
that one. The
okay,
third
okay.
not connecting. Yopi
Ooh,
going
nice
in
one.
for the
Yopi
MG,
got it.
and it connects. It is a 1v1 situation with Bird.
Yopi versus
Yopi definitely needs to go for a diffuse,
Yopi
but
versus
needs to
Bird.
worry about Bird as well,
He's close.
as he has the
Ooh,
Tundra, and he
nice.
spots it.
that
Unfortunately,
was awesome. Quick
Elevate
scope.
again, down and out.
That was a crazy quick
5-1,
scope.
all in favor of
These Chinese players are
SPG.
like crazy, dude.
What a day it has been for Elevate.
Chinese players are like
I mean,
crazy.
nothing is just working. Fortunately, they were trying a little bit of a different approach here, but of course, they're still on the
The
defender
amount of
side. SPG
practice
still
they
on the
put
attack.
into the game, the amount of
A little bit of a
skills they
split
learn,
setup here,
leading
almost
spots,
like
hiding spots,
1-2
holding
two
spots.
situation
It's
with 1 on
just
Bravo, 2 on Mid,
crazy.
2 on Alpha. Unfortunately,
Oh,
Kilo
that
going
was a
down
2-1 with the
already.
wall bang with
SPG's
MG42.
all alive and kicking.
Okay, no more wall
Trying
bang
to go
again.
in with the wall bang. No one really there.
No wall bangs.
Just exposing himself that he is definitely at Wooden. Bird has this man has just been nailing everything with ready 7
I mean,
frags,
Bird has
all
7.
courtesy of that Tundra.
Not bad.
And now we're just waiting patiently for things to come. Elevate can definitely just take things slow here, probably force Elevate, SPG to make a
SND is
mistake,
kind
but
of
unfortunately
really
it
good
was Elevate who
compared to
made that
Elevate.
mistake. Nan spots
Because
it,
I've
and
seen
it's
the
not down
streams
to
from the day
Kendi.
one. Ooh, nice
Kendi gets
shot.
one, but it's a 1v4
That was awesome
situation. Flash is good.
Ooh,
Kendi trying to take on another. Ooh, but Bird
Nice.
again spots his
ooh,
prey.
damn, dude. The glide and
takes him out.
peek and quick scope.
6-1.
Damn, dude.
And Elevate
a
still
goosebump
struggling
moment.
against SPG.
That's a goosebump
SPG
moment.
has so far played the
Damn it.
perfect game here. And it's just
Crazy,
the SPG that I'm sure CDN would definitely love to witness and take over as we go into the CTSI playoffs for sure.
JD, I think you need a little bit of saving, bro. How are you doing, buddy?
The man, the myth, the legend himself, AJ Mustachio, on the microphone this afternoon. Brother,
Nice.
thank you very much for coming in clutch.
Yeah,
Well-
dude, you were heavy carrying the whole squad, all right? Now, apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are back in here for the action, baby, and SPG seems to be having a little bit too much of fun. Elevate,
nice.
JD, get me up to speed, buddy. What in the world's going on?
You got him with the
I think what's happening with Elevate right now is they're still basically carrying the curse that they made against Q9 yesterday. They made a huge mistake against Q9 on SMD, and they're still making the same mistake here. This time against SPG.
R9, dude.
Basically,
Anybody
they're getting
crosses that,
absolutely
they're dead.
whooped, ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Like,
girls.
he
That's
is
exactly
shot
what it
with the
means.
shotgun
And if this is
just
gonna be the preview
precise.
for the World Championships, let's go, baby, because China looks
What
like they
the
are gonna
hell?
be
How did we
absolutely
know that?
dominant. But Susanoo, of course, wants to
Dude,
say no.
there's a
Mustachio,
grass over
still
there.
alive. It's a
How?
target to 9. We're not done and dusted just yet. We've got that
Damn, dude,
Filipino
that's
blood running
crazy,
through our
man.
veins. So let's see exactly what they can pull
That's
off here. The numbers
literally crazy.
advantage to Elevate.
Okay, I think we
The attack is SPG with an almost
nice
drop onto
shot.
Bird, but Susanoo fights
Man
another.
got it.
And it looks like they found a brand new live at
They're
this
going
time.
back and forth, but just a
Live
4-point
indeed
difference.
is back. Still a 4-point
going back and
advantage
forth
against
with the
SPG.
4-point
The flip
difference.
is good. Now it's going to be Elevate's
Other than that,
turn to be an attacker's side. Hopefully this one is where they shine completely. But so far, SPG defense and offense here in their patience has been absolutely good. Hopefully this time for Elevate, they're able to do this right as they're going in for a high push. Bravo. And hoping to find one right there with PJ with the takedown already. Let's see, AJ, if this one works this time for the Red Rebellion.
It's worked too many times. But of course, China has got their own
unfortunate.
ways and a god name.
Bird got
Courtesy of
killed
Kane.
with the
Low and a bird found. Sui one goes down as well. Susanoo popping off. And a fade. Where was this? All this
Whoa.
while 3-6.
That was a good
Goodness me,
wipe.
I know a comeback is tough up
That was
against
a good
SPG,
wipe,
but
Jack.
Elevate really hustling now.
Damn.
I think they're finally awake. I think they were just waiting for you.
Nah.
For all it's worth.
I hope.
For all it's worth, this is the Elevate we definitely need. Unfortunately, they kind of started very slow, and now they're trying to make their best here and
Getting
push
spot
Alpha this
to-
time. Flipping the script here.
Pixel.
For the push, and Candy spots
was
one
a
right there, and
pixel
now
shot.
evening it down to the 4-4 situation.
You could see
Let's see
his
if it's
head in a
gonna come back,
pixel,
but
that's
they're pushing. Spots one right there, Kilo with the trade, and everyone's dropping in, and it's now down to Bird.
Yep, one and only Bird.
Okay.
Let's see if Yopi can shoot it out of the sky. Managing to recover as well. Bird with the Odin smite will be able to smite down Candy. Now dropping
Odin
this
is
into a
just
1v1.
broken, dude.
Is this a comeback? Or does
Odin
SPG
is
say it's just
broken.
a little bit too late? Let's see as a
Okay,
long
he's
rotation
going
away
to
towards the
B
corner house. B
plan
bomb
the
side.
bomb.
Picked by Bird. And the unfortunate Yopi, on the other hand, is gonna move
think he
towards
saw
B
him.
at the same
I
time.
think Yopi saw
Spots
him.
him out. Makes
Wait,
the
wait,
instant
don't tell me.
decision to circle around, and the
I
slide
think
gets
he
it.
saw him.
4-6.
I think Yopi saw
JD. I
why
really
he
hope
went
they're waking up
that
for this,
side.
but dude, that's sick, man. Making the Mustachio come out of retirement just for a comeback
That was
is
a good
just
one.
a little bit too much.
I'm not sure if they definitely just need that for themselves, but you know, I'm definitely honored that you were back on the game. And Candy, you know, back in the Masters. This is the man that we've always known he is. 7 frags to his name, 1 man down in SPG. Of course, the goal here definitely for SPG is push this to P7. Punish them with their initial push,
God,
but no,
nice.
Elevate just finding their shots right now in a
Man
3v4
got
situation with Kilo going in ready for the plan.
If he gets up, oh,
The
nice
advantage, and what a
shot.
shot by Carl.
That was
Goodness
a good
me.
shot by Carl.
And the frames couldn't keep up with that one. Speed unreal. Bird out in the open. Very risky move coming on through PJ. In great position to stop him if he drops by.
Candy is over there. I
That's
think you
the
can see.
thing there, but for Candy, they already have eyes set definitely on that alpha. Susano's just waiting probably for Bird to overextend. Oh, Candy misses on the first one, but that's the second
Nice
one.
That was a nice double.
This is the Candy you know and love for sure, AJ.
That was a
He
nice
is
double.
alive, awake, and lining up all the shots to a T.
That was a
5-6 is our
crazy
score.
double.
Elevate just 1 win away for the tie.
Absolutely, man. What a game so far. And Candy just popping off, but Carl will take the problem out of the equation very early on with the sticky. 3-1 drops another, but Susano and Kalo, they equalize the battlefield, but we're swooping on in. Let's see if or not Susano can get this quick peek around. Odin Smite up against Susano. Next against standoff, and Susano takes his head off. Beautiful plays coming through from both sides. And now numbers equal. Doxing mixing it a little bit. Kalo into a 1v1, JD.
Now it's all down to Kalo. Kalo!
Close.
Almost there, but Kushing spots it. The turnaround is good. Trying to lining up one more time. The prize fighter out. Just making sure to line this one perfectly. Kilo with the Tundra. Will this work for him? Or Kushing will take this one out slowly but surely. Kilo creeping in and
nice.
the tie is good. 6-6 is our score. Elevate winning all straight there, and now probably is the momentum they need to come back strong.
Oh goodness me. I don't know. I don't know what I was missing, but Elevate is making sure that I catch right back up with the action here. And CDSI, SPG circles around, wondering exactly what they can do with the Filipinos. And they're all equal. Attacking side still on the side of Elevate though. And they get to bring the bomb over towards B. One god nade, perhaps.
Ooh, double.
Take a double.
That's crazy, Nate.
That's gonna hurt. That double nade is just insane right there. That's a 5v3 situation. PJ, Yopi, and Candy still alive here. The goal probably is to clear Alpha, but it's still not gonna be as easy as we think it is. PJ just trying to probably spot one right there and probably go in for a wall bang, but for now, as the attacker side, Carl spots it through and through. Carl once again.
Double.
By the way, AJ, Carl now has a new nickname. He's called Comeback Carl. And spots another break. 7-6. 1 point advantage on the side of SPG.
Yeah.
They are now saying, nope, this is still our game. Hold your horses. There will be no comeback just yet.
The board is going crazy.
Oh, dude, I absolutely love this right. Okay, Elevate. So it looks like the game's not going to be that easy. Double great nades coming on through mid. Will tag up nobody. Triple grenade response from Elevate. Just taking down the trophies with reposition into the white warehouse from SPG. A double stack. And with just one player already exposed, it seems like the attackers Elevate will want to take down a couple of numbers first before making their move in towards A.
For sure, that's going to be the setup here. Bravo is probably their best option right now as we have a 3-man stack in Alpha. But of course, for Elevate, they're also looking at Alpha right now. If they get the hint right there that Bravo would be a better situation for them, that would be a good move. They just need to gang up basically on Nan and Bird there, but Bird is just too good. With a timer, 2-1.
Double.
Get the double. Time to go for the triple. On
Triple.
Yes, it is. And now,
going crazy.
oh, try to find it. That's your
Suivan is going
teammate
crazy.
right there. You're good.
That's
A
a
4-1
nice triple
situation.
with Fennec.
Susano now on a very bad situation.
Everybody panics, JD. Don't pretend you don't, man. You shot your own teammates a couple of times. I know, but Susano not getting that one. Bird will quickly reposition. Let's see if he gets the bird's eye view. He does. And Susano says bye-bye. Round 8, match point for SPG.
Lick.
SPG managing to stop that initial momentum that Elevate had
nice
earlier with that start off of the match, you know, that full 5-win run. But now they're just 1 point away. Elevate definitely needs to pull something insane here. But pushing
double.
otherwise, running it down with a double already. And now it's a 5v3 situation.
That was a good double.
SPG, no pressure from their end. They can take this little bit slow, find their shots, and just take them out right on the button and let Elevate make that mistake.
Yeah, JD, I mean, dude, if I was Elevate, I would be shaking right now, dude. You are on match point threat. 2 of your players down, outnumbered. And you've got the bomb on your side. Let's see exactly what they get to manage off of here, because the Chinese players are just way too sneaky with their angles. They've got the vantage point, and with that vantage point, Bird takes yet another out of the
Like,
numbers.
SPG
Elevate now down to
is
2 players.
broken
Kalo
in its
spots that
chat.
one out of the white
SPG is
warehouse. But the question
broken
is,
in
can he
its
find the connections of
Like,
those shots? None.
can't.
Circles around, says goodbye to
just
Susano.
can't
This
give
is all
them in
over.
SND.
SPG's got this in the bag.
I mean,
And
it's just
Kilo
that
trying to
the
pull
Chinese team
hope
are
right
just
now, but
better
the
in
backstab
SND.
and
No
Gushing
matter
once
what.
again, finishing it off for
They are just
SPG.
better in SND.
9-6. SPG just
That was a
making sure that it
crazy
lands
one.
perfectly for them.
Yeah, I
the
told you
bird
that it was
found
a
its
JD.
prey. Comeback Carl does not need a comeback. He is just clutch Carl, claw Carl. Just every single good adjective that you have for Carl for today is gonna be with him for today. And you can see the man himself, AJ. It is such an honor to be with you here. And you just came in with the most insane matchup with SND against Elevate. Come on.
Dude, they had to drag me out of retirement to tease me with a comeback just to drop that match. I am absolutely mad at Elevate. But you know, you really gotta respect SPG. They had such clear dominance at the start of the game. They had a great lead, 6-1. Obviously, getting that equalized was the proof that Elevate still has got the fight in them. But you've just given way too many points away to the Chinese squad already, right? And there's just no way SPG is not gonna finish the job. And yeah, you guys are excited to see the Mustachio back, but I am absolutely nervous. You can tell, JD, from my voice itself. I have not done this the whole year, and I come back just to shoutcast with you, my friend.
I mean, I don't know how they got you come out of retirement, but it is definitely a delight, of course, for CDSI, Garena, India, and even CDN fans here. Definitely loving your presence here for this afternoon. But the presence of SPG is where everything is at. Basically starting off the match with that high advantage with
like
a
button if you are
6-1
watching on
lead
YouTube,
almost,
hit
and
the
then
subscribe button
Elevate
and turn on the
woke up,
notification icon
found
to
their
always never
mojo,
miss the
took
notification
down
of
of course
stream,
SPG
and hit that
quickly
follow
for
button on
an initial
Twitch,
5-1 run, and then
and turn on the
it was of
notification
course
to
still
always to never
SPG's
miss the
power,
stream,
comeback
and to
Carl,
follow all my
and
social media
the
accounts,
bird
that is
himself
Discord,
finding
Instagram,
all
and X,
prey
to stay
and just
updated with
ending
the
it
channel.
for
Any updates regarding the
Elevate's
channel will be
chance
posted
to
on
win this
all the
one,
three
and it's
official
now of
social
course
media accounts.
a 2-0 situation, all in favor of
And go
SPG.
check out the stream.
I
videos
mean,
that
yeah,
if you want
absolutely. They
to
just
join
had too
my
much on the
stream.
line, and it's that home ground advantage as well. Elevate tried to rip it away from the Chinese squad in itself. And at the end of the day, this is to just prove exactly who is the Titan before we get on to our World Championship. This is to just test exactly what the opponents have before we get to the World Championships as well. I'm not gonna bring up the age-old statement of hide and strats, but you know, and when you just know, JD.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it works because it's known to everyone because it works, you know?
Yeah.
So I cannot definitely
You've got the
disregard
element of
that one.
surprise. I mean,
For
everybody's
sure.
underestimating you. You know, the matches have already concluded already. Yeah, we've seen what happened at CDSI. This team's weak at this map. This team's good at this map. You know, all you need is just 1 second for them to drop their guard. Because, you know, in a good game of Call of Duty Mobile, I can tell you for sure, as a player, playing it for so many years so far, I mean, there are days where you've got some really solid games. You know, you're the MVP, game after game after game. And then there are some losing streaks as well. I know who you are, and you've definitely had it as well, right? So it's all about which is the team that goes out there on that stage and does their very best at that very moment, right? It's a split-second decision kind of thing in a mobile game.
For sure, that split-second decision definitely pulls the chances of winning or losing. And we have seen it throughout, especially yesterday when we had insane moments here and there throughout the group stage. But for now, of course, we see the stats here for our team results between SPG and Elevate. Unfortunately, again, Elevate dropping the ball one more time against SPG, of course, with that 60-45 stats from their end. And I definitely would probably assume that it's going to be either Bird or Carl as our MVPs for this afternoon with their insane performance here at firing range.
Yeah, clear difference.
Oh!
It's actually Goksing with a 1.45 rating. Beautiful stats coming out of the guy, right? 2 MVP overall, as well as, you know, just making sure his team remains at the very top. But I truly understand exactly why you've got the MVPs of that matchup confused, because every single player from the side of SPG, they were putting in their heart and soul, bro. Especially after you saw that phenomenal comeback from Elevate and the threat of defeat. Goksing knew that he had to shut the opponents down, and he did exactly that. Some crazy plays from it too.
For sure. I mean, this man Gushing was basically shutting down almost like doubles or triples, and even I kind of almost forgot that double nade came from this Gushing actually. So no, that's gonna put you on a solid highlight for you, and as well, a good number for you. But now, as we head to control, can SPG do it one more time and lock in a 3-0 against Elevate, or finally Elevate wins one for their team?
Yeah, absolutely right. Because we saw in a good game of S&D where decision making kind of came into place. Clearly, Elevate can go in, terms of head-to-head with the SPG squad when it comes to those rotations, kind of holding back which angles to play from. But when it comes to the engagements, just pure, raw, skills out there on the battlefield with those fingers, it is absolutely SPG's games. The KDs speak for themselves. I mean, a 0.73 overall KD average from Elevate, those are stats, those are numbers I never thought I would ever see. I mean, and you're talking about the champions of Garena Masters SMP. So this is a solid, crazy performance coming on through from the Chinese squad once again.
For sure. I mean, they actually nailed this to the ground. This is where everyone gets that idea that SND is always going to be for CDN. They were always own this game. It's just so happened in certain situations,
sometimes they might sell it.
Yeah. But it's, you have to be very, very smart about it, especially when it comes to your map picks. And unfortunately, that map pick for firing range did not work for Elevate. It ended up in SPG's favor, and now, of course, as we head to Control Arsenal, it's kind of a 50-50 situation. Most of the time, a lot of the CDN players are not really performing well here at Control. There are moments that they shine, but as for Elevate, this is actually, aside normally from Hardpoint, this is their game. So now, hopefully, they lock this one in, but you never really know what SPG can bring to the table here, AJ.
It's a match
they can
on
bring
Control.
some
It's
absolute
Arsenal.
solid games as long as
It's
you've
Arsenal.
got that Snapdragon
Map is
processor
Arsenal,
running on your
right?
phone, especially you're going to get those smooth frames. 0-0. Let's kick the game off and see exactly who takes this first round away as SPG looks to overtake Elevate in the series overall.
And now here we go. Alpha is a takeover setup here for Elevate to try to go in for the tick already. So basically what we've seen so far for at least Elevate and SPG, they have that idea of going in
crazy
for both objective and kill count. And right now SPG almost
SPG
locking
is,
in
capturing
Bravo
B.
already with that first tick coming in. 26-22 is our kill count. Disadvantage on the side of SPG when it comes to the deaths. But of course, that objective is still in the hands of SPG as PJ spots one right there to put it at a 25-20 count.
No, they are losing.
This is a close game still. Elevate, although they do have the numbers advantage here, it is a defensive side, so the advantage is naturally in their hands. SPG trying to turn things around. The positions just played beautifully this time around, and two players from the side of SPG trying their best to cap that A, but the number's going to be overwhelming. Look at player number 5, Kendi, with that backstab. Should be the deal breaker, and he does manage to take one out from the back as well. So Elevate just gaining momentum once again, just clearing off those markers.
For sure, and now, of course, as we're down to 18-13 situation, both Alpha, well, actually, first thing on Alpha is good. Bravo has been taken over again. Life count is now in the hands of Elevate advantage here, and Yopi gets one there, and Kendi, the rest of the team, just making sure that they have all the advantage so far, as now SPG is down to their last 10 lives, make it 9 courtesy of Yopi finding that second one. Kendi spotting another as well. It's just gonna be a back and forth with Elevate finding their shots well. Nan has other ideas here, but of course, we're now down to our final 6 for SPG.
Let's see if or not the numbers can turn around here. It seems like a uphill task, 3 more lives, and Yopi single-handedly hitting the triple. Finally, when Yopi does get taken down, time runs out. Elevate takes the first round, and perhaps they want to run away with the series as well. SPG may have been at a disadvantage, but now with them on the defensive side, let's see how they play this out.
Now, normally when it comes to the defensive side, this is where things kind of shine on the side of SPG here. But, it is always going to be challenging if you have a team like Elevate here coming in hot, but Bird has plans otherwise, firing that first shot right there. And now a takeover is kind of happening on the side of Alpha
with a bit of control from the side of Elevate here. So now, of course, some investments will be coming in. The Predator missile, they're trying to find a target and manages to do so.
Just one.
28-25. Yopi will be welcoming everyone initially with that Sparrow, but will not hit just yet. So no, this is where things really get smarter on the side of Elevate. If they're not really looking absolutely good, they have the objectives to come back to. But now everything is evening up with the numbers. Alpha is still there for the taking. Knives are still, now this time, on the advantage with SPG.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, everybody was complaining about your mic. I thought I'll just ruin my own mic as well, right? Sorry for the echo, guys. Just try to make things a little bit more fun in the house. I'm just kidding. I have no idea where that echo came from. And JD is gonna get a better mic, alright? So, I mean, come on, JD's mic. You know that mic. JD was born with that mic. He's been with that mic. He has his baby with that mic. Dude, JD, you've spent many years with that mic, haven't you?
He has put up that
echo thing. JD's mic totally died on us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We'll have to wait for that recovery in a little bit. This is a joke running. 15 lives left on the side of Elevate, and Bird just making it 14, 19 seconds to go. And it seems like no access whatsoever, just defensive side rules on this map. And Elevate just looking for access to Yopi. You just need to win it out through those gunfights. And with 8 more seconds to go, they do bring the clock to a pause. Question is, do they have enough? 3v3. Elevate gets the first, the second, the third, and out of nowhere comes Bird for the save. Backstab! And Kalo saves the day, continues the run. 3 more seconds on the line, and he's going to be pinched from both sides. The timing from the Chinese players, and Kalo buys just enough time for the rest of the battalion to get here, and Kendi hits a double out of nowhere. Elevate making sure the comeback can be real. Numbers all equal. 1 minute on the clock. What in the world? Defensive advantage. My foot says Elevate, and they go straight for the heads of SPG. 5 more lives, 6 on the side of Elevate. Can they get it done? The comeback is insane. And on a 4v4, let's see if or not your mic can save the day now, JD.
The comeback is probably real.
Not JD, that's the answer. 46 more seconds. And the players on the side of Elevate just need to depend on Kalo. The guy on the right-hand side flank. The prevention by Sui 1. PJ on the Annihilator just can't spot anyone to annihilate just yet. The corner, the angles play too good. So he was spotted out, but a double on the Sparrow. And 26 seconds on the clock. Kalo says no to the Bird.
They are
and a 2v2
going head to head, man.
My goodness.
Literal head.
The game's broken. JD's mic's broken. But Goksing says we're not broken. Kalo says calm down, Mustachio. 14 seconds. We got time. We got time indeed. Let's see if or not the equalizer comes out just specially for Kalo. 7 seconds. Goksing says I don't need that.
Nice shot.
And my goodness, what a hole from SPG. But they were shaking, I tell you. There's no way you didn't get nervous when the numbers come crashing down.
6 lives,
like
they went
that.
to 1 life.
My goodness.
If SPG kills the guy from Elevate,
you guys,
Elevate kills the guy
all
from
thank
SPG.
verdicts.
That
I have no idea what sort of an emergency that brother is having. But he had to drag me out of retirement just to replace him. And I am not ready for this. I have not casted Call of Duty Mobile the whole year.
Are we back?
His mic is broken. Good thing will find one for himself, Kalo. Oh, can he circle? Yes, you can. And Yopi does manage to give him the backup as well. Numbers pretty much equal, but SPG on the double this time with the B cap. Earlier, continuously pushing in towards A.
Oh, they are
no good whatsoever.
SPG.
If they just try to pull it back a little bit here, see if or not they can.
That was some good reload.
20 lives on the side of SPG though. On the defense, Elevate just a different kind of beast with the angles. The team play, beautiful. Freddy can't find anyone, but Kendi's out.
Check.
And yes, Kendi does eat that one, unfortunately. Goksing will be
Looking
attacking
at the
sad.
nade,
It's just not a friendly map for all of you pretty lovers. And Carl finding one out in the open. Susano flying on in just to get slayed down. 3 lives between them. And Elevate doing a fine job thus far. But Kendi just needs to hold the back lines. But he doesn't even need to do that. PJ halfway through gets slain. Kendi out of the equation. SPG, second segment on that B control. And it looks like they're about to bang this. Concuss flies on in. Grenade!
That was a good
Finds
slide.
absolutely no one as PJ drops Carl. Saving B at the very final second. But who's got A, baby? PJ on that quick rotation run alongside Yogi as well. And it looks like it's a fine job thus far from the side of Elevate. Trying to protect both houses. Not dropping a single momentum here up against SPG. Just the 2 segments sneaked away. And SPG desperately trying to find a little bit of an angle to play around with. Gunsinders find one, but Susanoo is there for the cover. And there is just no stopping this, is there? Yes, you're back. God save your mic.
My mic, unfortunately, just like yesterday, but everything is all good. But it's still not so good on the side of SPG. In a way, they have Bravo control, but of course, life count is all on the side of Elevate, and that one goes to the side of the Red Rebellion. Side switch one more time. 2 more wins to go from the side of Elevate, and they would push this at least to 3-1 rather. But of course, we're just gonna try to take a quick break for now. Everything has just been insane. Probably EMP those situations too much that I got affected as well.
Technical problems, bro. You can't avoid technical problems, ladies and gentlemen, boys. Because we'll just have to tank it for the time being. Today is a very interesting day. Things just seem to be throwing me in a mess. And quite honestly, I've been having a super busy day, JD. This just was not on the schedule. All right, I was cleaning up my house. I've been jet spraying my house for the last 3 days. All right, I was not supposed to be on the casting desk, but here we are. So we just gotta get the job done whilst we wait for Verdict to probably wake up or resolve his emergency and get back so that he can end up saving the mustachio, just like how I had to grab the mic from you. I mean, see, this is good, okay? This entry was good because imagine if I wasn't here, JD, and your mic had died. We would have just had a moment of silence for Elevate. But thankfully, they were able to pull the round back before getting taken down. It's the defensive buff, and Elevate just plays it a tad bit differently. But SPG tried to switch it around, attacking B side first, almost got the job done, but the recovery play was just pretty fantastic.
It really shines perfectly if they have it right, especially with that recovery. They're able to do it perfectly, and then the takeover is good. Once Gushing and the team gets hot, that's when everything goes right for them, and then they're able to take the lead. This time, we're round number 4 already. SPG just down by 1. Elevate, of course, has a bit of better advancement and basic investments rather on the side of their operator skills. But of course, everything can still go in turn to the side of SPG if they do it right. But Susanoo definitely have different plans here. Even Bird as well. PJ, almost managing to drop that one, but he finds it.
Give him a Fennec, give him a shotgun.
Is our life count. Bravo still on the taking on the side of Elevate.
That was of no value.
Let us know if the mic is still on the echo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I mean, obviously, we do not want to be echoing in. I mean, I kind of do want to echo in your heads for a long, long time. It's not in this bad way. Kendi just really popping off, getting the God nade and the double snipe as well. It's back to back, but Carl responds. What a spot. Clearly knowing, understanding this map so well. Susanoo is getting that beautiful triple on the claw. Traded out by Sui1. The numbers just not looking very good on the side of SPG though.
SPG they're down basically by a lot. Alpha is all good with Elevate. Bravo just needs one more tick. Elevate can basically win this via objective, but Bravo is not open for the taking. SPG spots one right there, and probably will find another if he rotates it a little bit on a different side. But nevertheless, you know, 11-18 is our score. Man-White probably find 1 and a double, pushing that numbers a little bit closer to a 16-11 count. But Bravo still with the advantage for Elevate.
Elevate has 16 lives, okay, 15, and SPG has 10.
The numbers can be pulled back here.
That's a bad sign.
Not looking like they're gonna get a good hold on to the B side. With just 9 more lives, they really have to make sure PJ does not continue his onslaught. And Bird and Gunsing Wall step it up, and then out of nowhere is absolutely cranking up the heat here. And a long way rotation, but just forcing Elevate to spawn from the opposite side of the map.
At the same time, other side is also ready. And PJ welcomes that initial takedown, but Suhan with the Sparrow, but unfortunately goes down as well. Takes himself out from that one. 5-8 is our life count. And now a bad situation once again for SPG as they need to slow things down. Susano through the wall bank finds one. Nan will definitely find two with the Sparrow, but of course Yopi answers it with the Fennec and that Sparrow as well, and it's now down to one last person for SPG. And they're just trying to look for it, and they do find it. 3-1 on the side of the Red Rebellion. One more, and this will be a 2-1, and still in favor of SPG.
My goodness. SPG really putting out a fight, but Elevate making sure they make that numbers advantage work in their favor. This time just dropping 4-man on the protection for A, and it looks like they've got their numbers here. Absolutely right. Single-handedly, K-Low will be on the defensive side for B, and he rotates round mid, finding Gugsing as he tries to wrap around the players of SPG, and this is a beautiful start for Elevate on defense.
Nice one. That was a trade.
It really lines it up, but real well. They will be able to lock this one already, but of course SPG wants to make sure that they have at least one more round to push this to the very end. But right now Bravo's kind of open for anybody here as Susano spots pushing from behind. A Bird with the takeover. 22 rather 22 both on both ends. I was supposed to say 24-22, but it all ended up in the 21-22 this time. Life advantage on the side of SPG. Alpha for Stake will be there as well, so at least they're playing both objective and that kill count working in their favor.
But remind me, was it 21 or 23?
Otherwise they are gone.
21-21.
Well, fight Susano and a double as well.
SPG
Can be
has
shut
a good
down.
control
19-16, and it looks like the first time SPG gets to read the defensive game of Elevate, flipping away A, but now they've just stacked up this difficulty level for themselves. Waiting for B on the gameplay of Elevate thus far seems to have been pretty difficult. We all saw that momentous defense, and now a double nade fighting nobody. SPG, it looks like they've cracked the code here up against Elevate.
Bravo being wide open. Of course, those Predator missiles would definitely play a role as well. And basically right now, Elevate is just walking in to their shot. And now SPG 18-3 is a score. They're just trying to find the last 3-1. PJ is here. What can he do? He spots one there, but it's still a 16 life advantage. Bravo still in control with SPG. Now they push it to 3-2. Just a 1-point advantage on Elevate. And perhaps SPG, if they already had the read, can push this 3-3.
I'm pretty sure they are capable of doing that, and now they've got the defensive advantage that pretty much seemed to have worked to their favor. But yes, Elevate did manage to crack through the defense earlier on at A as well. This time stacking up 4-man, but it's a 5-man push coming on through from Elevate. SPG says no problem, bro. So he won with the Sparrow, nailing down one, and now here comes the overpush from the side of SPG, trying to stop Elevate dead in their tracks.
That's definitely the goal right now. And so far, everything is just lining up on the side of SPG here. 30-25 is our kill count. They have not lost a life yet, and we have already down almost like a minute here in this game. This is the way to go for SPG if they want to tie the series and perhaps end it with a long shot with that Annihilator. Suwan also finding one, and even through the wall bang managed to find another right there. 21-28. Everything is just falling apart to the side of Elevate, and now how are we using this advantage for the spawn trap, hoping to do something here, but Man also has the same idea.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Making its work. PJ will find one on the slide. Beautiful play coming through from PJ, and unfortunately will not be able to run away from the equalizer, and the spawn in on K-Low finally taking him out of the equation as well. Freddy will find a double for Nan. And thus far, the numbers just overwhelmingly supportive for the side of SPG to make a solid comeback. The race to 4 seems to be the bane for Elevate. Would they perhaps drop the ball here?
They got it.
Pretty tough to assume so, as they take the defense right after this.
Equal.
For sure, right now, it might end up on the side of SPG, or they already know the read, they know the tempo when it comes to Elevate. They'll be able to take this one over, and this would be an insane upset, as I initially did not really predict that Elevate would have a struggle against SPG here at Arsenal Control, but look at the odds right now. They have not been able to find the counter once again. They've been stuck with that 3, and SPG just landing everything perfectly from their end. But Kendi says otherwise.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Obviously, he would want to say otherwise. Beautiful plays coming on through from Elevate. Just keep the numbers a little bit heavy on their side. Bird will finally be nerfed as Kalo shows up. The defense and the offensive push coming on through from the side of A. Elevate overextending, but perhaps a mistake. SPG trying to prove that. Susano, the last one on the battalion. And here comes PJ as well to continue. Matal just absolutely denies Kalo from the back. Will find a double fork himself before the continuous defense onto A. And SPG shows no signs of switching their plan over towards B.
It's like probably not the case right now. They're trying to just their best to get their momentum back and find their rhythm once again. But of course, on the side of Elevate, they kind of have initial control of Alpha. They're going to be dropping that. SPG will take full control, but they now have the disadvantage when it comes to the life here. Elevate will stop the bleed here. That's going to be the goal with Yopi finding one. Even PJ finding one as well. 21-11 is our setup. And again, the Annihilator trying to do something, but no, it drops a bit. But it's now down to 9 lives on the side of SPG. Elevate wants to finish strong here.
19
but
and
of
9.
course, SPG will definitely have something on their sleeve, perhaps. But Kilo wants it then. Ooh, but no, he dropped the ball on that one, unfortunately. 17-8 is still the score. Alpha one tick away from SPG territory. Kendi gets in there and try to go in for the second for Yopi.
15 versus 5.
And now, last 5 on the side of SPG.
Okay,
it's gonna be
15 versus 3 is
over.
gone.
Finally,
That was a
Elevate
close
fixes
one.
this one. 2-1 is our final score.
Elevate
Still,
really good,
SPG
man.
nailing this to the very
Elevate
end
got that
with that
round really
2-1
good.
advantage.
I mean,
That was
this
a
is
crazy
just
match.
a little bit confusing with the graphics, but it's okay. At the end of the day, we will always manage to hop on back in here to the main broadcast intention of fixing JD's mic. Now, this is something that we cannot resolve right now, okay? Okay, we cannot. This is the first time we have our man JD here. He's gonna take his salary from CDSI. He's gonna buy himself a brand new mic. The next time you guys catch this analyst magician up here on the desk, he's gonna blow your minds through the magical voice that he has coming through those mics, right? But here's the thing. Elevate managing to mount the defense once again, and it was a great big statement coming through from SPG just in that previous round, right? The number was overwhelming. Elevate wanted to show that they can play such a offensive defense as well. They did exactly that. So it was really sweet to see them being able to pull back, right? It wasn't like that SND where they had just given way too many points over to the Chinese team, where they were desperately trying to make that comeback. And as long as they kind of keep their heads level here, a little cool, it doesn't seem like Elevate's going to be dropping the ball.
Just really need to find their perfect rhythm and setup when it comes to fighting off any CDN team, particularly here in SND, which, you know, a lot of their challenges were exposed too much on the side here of Control. They had it coming, you know, they had it right. It's just so happened that definitely SPG is a very formidable team, got the read on them on those 3 rounds, and then almost locked it in to a 4-3 upset win from their side. But of course, Elevate is a team that knows they can definitely push throughout adversity and just manage to lock this one to the ground and finally get a win against SBG here. But of course, you know, hopefully when they are locked in for China, they will be able to, you know, polish those challenges and turn them into a full upset to make sure that they cement their legacy when they qualify for the knockoffs.
Absolutely, man. 2-1. Elevate just managing to show that at the end of the day, you can take away that SND from us. We might not be super scary on firing range perhaps, but we did see some scary moments, I guess, with that comeback out of absolutely nowhere. I believe it was 6-1 and then 6-6 before SPG kind of turned the scenario, turned the story just around a little bit, right? But of course, with the control on the defensive side, Elevate just proving that they will definitely be able to wreck any teams that they come across. So it's really good to see the power management coming through with some of these gunfights here. And if this is going to be, once again, the preview for the World Championship, it's looking like it's going to be pretty tight.
is gonna be pretty tight for sure. And even for the other teams that have shown themselves here, while China is always gonna be the lords of S&D, Hardpoint and Control is somewhere that they would definitely have opportunities for growth. That is where these teams definitely need to shine. If they drop the ball on these two matches, you know that CDN teams will definitely take this over and make this their own playground. So now we are done with, of course, SPG and Elevate after this match. And once I probably unnerf my things here, it's gonna be Stalwart Esports against Godlike. Which is going to be an insane match because Godlike went in God mode yesterday. Can they do it again? That's going to be the things that we're going to be checking out in just a bit once we have all the clear for the break. Of course, we're just going to work with things here and hopefully un-EMP'd myself for the time being, AJ. But of course, our thanks to the man for coming in clutch and joining us here. I'm not sure if you're going to be staying with us.
I had fun. I really have to thank Verdict for this opportunity. This was unplanned, but you know, I just saw the chaos and I was like, wait a minute, you know, it's like if really nobody else is going to be able to help JD out, because you know you really hard carried the squad earlier, bro. You know, I just thought I had to, unfortunately, go get myself showered really quick, throw on something really I did not iron my t-shirt. You know, I don't leave my house. I don't come to broadcast with an unironed t-shirt. This is rare, but thankfully it's a black t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And that's exactly what we want to wear if you go up against the Chinese teams in an SND, but not in terms of your t-shirt, in terms of your pants, right? Because if you do pee, you know, it is a little bit more difficult to see. The Chinese teams are just way too scary. Elevate having to find that out on their own. But Godlike, like you said, they kind of made a very big statement yesterday. We want to see what else they're capable of and whether or not we have seen it all from the squad, right? So all thanks to CDSI for this opportunity. We just get to witness exactly what sort of trouble this squad gets to bring.
I mean, actually, Kale and I had a very interesting discussion yesterday, and we kind of summarized the entire group stage as a wait, what? Why? Because we've always had those moments that we kind of predicted that one team will definitely dominate the situation, but everything just gets turned. Everything just got turned around 360. I mean, even for certain decisions that were made, comeback moments, clutch finishes, there were so many amazing setups here throughout CDSI, and I'm sure everyone in the chat watching the final day of the group stage is definitely enjoying everything that has transpired throughout those 4 days, I'm sure. But now, of course, we're just waiting for the stats to come in for the side of Elevate versus SPG here for the final rundown, and of course, our numbers. But for sure, if you're gonna stay throughout the broadcast, AJ, I am sure.
Hey! You're asking for too much.
I don't know. I'm just hoping. You know, it's not like I cannot have wishful thinking. I mean, I don't even know when it's gonna be the next time that I'll have the opportunity to, you know, shoutcast with the man, the myth, and the legend himself of Garena. When I change
you change your mic. I tell you, next season you get a new mic, I'll cast with you, brother.
I mean,
see, I'm doing you guys a solid, all right? You've been asking for it, and I am just relaying your message. But let's take a look at the breakdown of the numbers here. 3 to 4, obviously, Elevate just crushing the hearts of SPG. That's not the result a lot of teams or a lot of supporters want to see out there on the battlefield. And as they are out here watching this broadcast, they don't want to see that Elevate has managed to dominate this, because you know there's a lot of fan base behind SPG. A lot of people expecting the Chinese teams to really find a way to dominate out there.
Who are not initially aware of SPG's performance by watching just the group stage alone, I'm sure there are now fans of Bird, Gushing, Nan, Carl, and Suiwan for their performance initially, even for the previous days. But of course, unfortunately for this one at Arsenal, it was just not really working well for them, as we see, of course, the final stats with PJ once again leading the charge for Elevate. On the other side of the coin, it is again Suiwan with the 33, 1.0 KD. Unfortunately for Gushing, it was not working for him with a .55 this time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And of course, the numbers disadvantage that we saw on the side of Elevate, or I can't say disadvantage, my apologies, the wrong use of the word. The numbers, the dreadful numbers, I have to say, the dreadful KD that Elevate had in the previous matchup in the SND, it's just been turned around a little bit more. And Elevate's just showing us, no, just calm down. It's not going to be an overwhelming situation where we do struggle in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the gunfights, because we were talking about that, right? Rotation-wise, they were keeping that 50-50, but numbers through the eliminations coming through from SPG just was a tad bit overwhelming. Elevate just showing that they can keep up on the gunfight play as well. And 1.21 rating, Mr. PJ sneaks away his 5th MVP title.
And to the man, but of course, overall rating for this match, it's gonna be, so he won with a 1.16. Unfortunately, he kind of dropped the ball there for Arsenal control, but that's okay. He still gets top spot. And as you can see here, almost first 2 is from SPG, while the rest of the top 3, 4, and 5 is all Elevate. So it's almost kind of a reverse. But it's kind of sad to see Kendi not really performing quite well as we normally expect him to.
I mean, dude, performance is not just about the numbers and the number of eliminations that come through, right? In terms of performance, I think Kendi held some of these angles really, really well. When he was on a streak of getting those eliminations, when it was just all up to him holding down the side or clearing out the players from the control side, he did a really, really good job. It's just that it wasn't his game. Once again, I mean, I know I'm going to be hated for my opinion, but that's my job. I give my opinion as a shoutcaster, right? Yes, they're playing for money. There's a lot of money on the line. But I don't think that we can base or we can predict the next game, very easily with some of these top flight teams just by watching some of their previous matches or their previous series, right? Because each and every single game, there's so many different elements. There are many elements that are not even within the game that could affect the team.
Just a second, chat. I'll be back.